So well, let's start with DO2DTUN, okay, so that we can get to the other story quickly. Let's start with DO2DTUN. I'm on the homepage of Man of Prestige on YouTube right here. If you guys can see, all right. So let's start with DO2DTUN. I posted something. So yesterday I got to a point, I guess I was getting exhausted, and I just kind of finished the story without finishing the story. But there's been an update today as well, so I'll be very quick with it. We can use it to warm up. You know what I mean? Right? So on my community page, I did post it right after the show. I was like, damn, I forgot something, right? I didn't post this part of the story, right? I think before we finished the show yesterday, I think Taiwo, that's the band's sister, came out finally and then say she's done with the dancing on social media. Who are we talking about? We're talking about the band's sister. The band is one of the superstars in Nigeria. DO2DTUN, the guy you're looking at on the screen, is on-air personality, okay? And all I do say, I'm just pissed at Jada shit. Oh, sorry, I feel you. We all feel that level of disappointment, but I think you'll be relieved after the show. But anyway, I'm done dancing with you on social media. Come and meet me in court. All right. Taiwo is the band's younger sister who was married to DO2DTUN, and basically they ended it bitterly, okay? So part of the story that I forgot yesterday before we ended was that she claimed that she was baiting him, okay? And I'm going to read that to you right now. It says, DO2DTUN, I baited you and you fell for it. I wrote 17 paragraphs. Remember that those paragraphs we were reading yesterday. I wrote 17 paragraphs on various issues and deliberately included in paragraph 14 something you should be ashamed of in your character. Why are they fighting? They're fighting because of child custody battles. As of this time right now, DO2DTUN has claimed that she's taken the baby and traveled outside of the country with them. Nigeria has about 36 states, something like that, I think. I don't know, I might be wrong, but something like that, okay? Nigeria is like the size of, I think, 2/3 of California or Texas, something like that. But Nigeria is sizable. You know, America is big, so please don't look at it when I say it like that. Nigeria is big, okay? Nigeria has 200 million people, okay? Anyway, so I think it sounded like it was suspicious that those babies were out of the country, which is why he's been dragging the ex-wife on the internet for the past few days, okay? So, but she's claiming now that she baited him. She said, I included in paragraph 14 something you should be ashamed of in your character. Whatever she included had nothing to do with the fact that she did not give access to the babies, okay? And she hasn't denied that, you know. And I stand with everyone else who says you should not be weaponizing your kids, okay? I just like to add some context to it that you probably have unrealistic expectations. If you finished your marriage in a very bitter way and you are expecting fair fight, it doesn't really exist, okay? Especially if you guys can't agree and you have to take issues to court. It's very hard to come back from the court and remain friends, okay? So let's manage our expectations around that. So, but I don't think anybody should be encouraged to weaponize their kids, all right, once a marriage is over. But there's always more to the story. There is no smoke without fire, okay? So she continues to say, you left the entire issue and started posting pictures of how you traveled to the US for. Why don't you post a picture of you in the hospital with the baby? What is the name of the hospital? What is the name of the hospital? Do you have a picture of us in the hospital? It's not important. I wanted you to deny your records of assault, not just on me, but on others. Okay, so there's more than enough people out there. The bottom line is that marriage is over, okay? And if the marriage is over and you still have, you have to bring up all these issues, like I said on yesterday's show, you need to seek therapist, Taiwo. You need to seek therapy so that you can heal and move on. Just because you say you're healed doesn't mean you're healed. I'm sure you're aware that it's not just something you say with your mouth. Anyway, and she said, not just on me, but on others. I specifically mentioned that if he's using your friend as my witness, but you didn't deny it. Why don't you ask Daddy Freeze about your temperament and your assault records? I think there's some truth to that. I don't think it's relevant to allow him to see his baby. All right. Now, the other thing is that it's not yet December, because in a lot of their rhetoric, he's not supposed to see the baby or have the baby until December. But I think he can do visits, right? So maybe he was trying to visit. He said he wants to come and see them, right? Physically. Anyway, he hasn't seen them for over a year. That is a big deal. That will do a number on a man who is basically a man who has had to like settle and say, okay, I don't have a choice. My marriage is over. At least I have my kids. So that would definitely do a number on a man. Okay. You know, the only issue we ever had was because after you had our children for the July, August 2022, that's over a year ago. So she's acknowledging that. For that holiday, I told you not to post their picture on social media again. She doesn't like the social media TikTok dance. She never agreed to that. And she's insisting that you can't have the babies dance on social media. Okay. Or do skits and stuff like that. Anyway, that got you angry. Okay. DO2TUN, not because you don't see reason in my point, but because you don't like to be criticized or corrected. I'm not sure if that's relevant to anything. That doesn't sound relevant to anything, but it sounds, if anything, like just like one of the many accusations, right? Which again, if the marriage is over, you need to do yourself a favor, seek therapy, and move on. Because if you don't do that, you will hurt your kids in the process. She goes, when you wanted them for December, I asked you to bring them back after Christmas so they could be with me for the new year. Since that day, I cannot reach you again because you hate the audacity. You got angry, blanked me, and blocked me. Okay, something and blocked me anywhere, everywhere. But then I already realized the best way to deal with a bully is to stand up against them. So she's saying it's a bully. Okay? She's accusing him of being a bully. Okay? So again, these are things that are not relevant to allowing him to see the babies according to court order. Okay? All right. So all the DO2TUNs out there, as you can hear me, I'm spelling it out, right? There's no reason after a marriage is over, if the court has not blocked you from seeing the babies or have deemed you dangerous to the babies, there's no reason why anybody should not allow you to see your baby. So I agree with that 100%. Okay, I'm searching for something. If you're wondering why I am slow in as in down. Okay, with that being said, I just seen an update. I think I need to add on to this. Boom. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything again before we move on forward. All right. Good. So you guys are still reading, right? Okay. Good. Then he says, "We're just warming up. We're warming up. How's everybody doing? Good. Welcome, Paula. Hello, Paula. All right. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's ping everyone else into the room. We're going to talk about Jada and Will." Anyway, DO2TUN continued. Taiwo, DO2TUN's ex-wife, continues. How do I communicate with you on the children when you block me everywhere? Even though we are working on concluding with Folake Falana and that it frees on the day and when you can see your kids immediately. The condition remains that you will not expose them to social media until they are 14. All right. Now, this is very easy. Just go to court and let the court decide that. If you cannot agree on that, you're already in court. And you will not give out my address on any live video. Now, the Nigerian court system, which is what DO2TUN is blaming right now, yes, will take their time, potentially, almost never. They might never get to your case. I know, it's not funny, but that's the society you live in. I am positive you benefit from the status of that society in one shape, form, or the other. They all benefit from it. It's only they cry when they are not benefiting from it. All right. If you unblock me for even 1 second, she says, I will call you immediately as the big person without your type of ego. Okay. Show concern for your mental health and get you speak with your daughters. Oh, a lot of shots there, right? It's a lot of shots there. Their holidays start on the 14th of December. You can have them for the December holidays and bring them for the new year. We can actually talk about what's best for you. As for me, I am now healed. Not so, not you need to prove that. You need evidence. Okay, you need evidence so that you don't come and be shalayi tired. You need evidence before you can tell us that you are healed all random willy-nilly. Like slide it in there like small.
Because explain because no evidence.
Yeah, for me, I am healed. Yeah, right. My only prayer is that God will bless the generation of people supporting you with a DO2DTUN in their life. Listen, most of these people have DO2DTUNs in their life. That prayer is, of course, whichever one you meant it to be, is too late. Okay, we're all dealing with the same issues. That's why it went viral, because people can relate. Anyway, I know you're enjoying this because all you care for is to bully anybody. Let me tell you now that I have evidence how you have been reaching out to celebrities a month ago that you wanted a social media showdown. Oh, a social media showdown. I don't know, a part of me believe that it's possible. How you beg people to help you, that you want to drag my family. Damn. You have a case in court. Employ more lawyers so that you don't have to keep making noise on social media. Anyway, that's what she posted. All right. And when she posted that, let me see. What are you guys looking at? Okay. Just want to make sure that you guys are looking at the right thing. All right. All right, so she posted that, and let me see. And then DO2DTUN has basically posted something else today. DO2DTUN has posted, after she posted that, DO2DTUN did the you're a liar thing that we already covered yesterday, right? And then she came back, and then she said, DO2DTUN, I descended low because I know it is better to stand up against bully. The court granted a divided custody during holidays and festive periods. You had them for July. Okay, I think we might have covered this. From now I'm done. Okay, we haven't covered this. She said you had them for July, August holiday, and I said for December I want them or just bring them back after Christmas. And that became an issue. From now I am done dancing with you on social media. Come and meet me in court with your facts or give room for mediation discussion. You don't have any authority anywhere above my movement. My lawyer told Daddy freeze and everybody he has spoken to, stop acting smart by half. You want me to stay in the address you posted on social media or be available for the mob you have mobilized on social media, sending death threats to me to attack me? You're a joker. Okay, so she's claiming a lot of stuff there. But anyway, I think the more there's an auntie here, Auntie Shade Ladipo, Abi Lapido, Abi Klele. There's an auntie here, okay. The auntie says, she said, I stand with DO2DTUN. If you know the band, just 10%, then you know that the story adds up. That's what she says, okay. Obviously, the band is not necessarily innocent, okay. The person you have a child with can make your life miserable. That's a fact. Get used to the real world. This is the real world. A person you have a child with absolutely can make your life miserable, okay. The part where most people make mistake is that they think that's necessarily intentional, or that's something that's not coming from a place of somebody just trying to protect themselves. I think it's cap when they say protecting the children for the most part, but sometimes it's a reaction. Every action is a reaction, okay. Just because a reaction doesn't mean they are reacting to you in particular, but you need to be aware that it's a reaction so that you can know the best next best optimal move. Because if you think it's wickedness, naturally you want to be wicked back, because hurt people, right? And you're probably more likely going to self-sabotage if you move like that, okay? Because you'll be moving with your emotions and not strategy. Because it's already a division, there's a war. In love and war, all is fair. All right, so, and then lastly, about 2 hours ago, there is a post here. Let me even see if it's directly available here. Let me see. All right. Yep. About 2 hours ago. This was exactly about 2 hours ago. He posted. This is on. I just had to verify on his page, on his personal page. It says 24 hours and I haven't seen my kids. They've been flown out of the country since June. Okay, so here's the actual post. He says it is so tough being a man or human being. That part I'm not understanding what he meant by human being. Is he trying to make it all inclusive because all the women that support him, he's trying to make it all inclusive? That sentence gave a lot away. I'm not sure if you're as aware of that. Why not just being a man? It will be authentic. It's so tough being a man. Just own that with your full chest so that we can support men and focus on supporting men, right? What do you mean by all human being? Are you trying to say you've been rallying support for 1 month from some of them being women? Oh yeah, I get it. Women also, they collect woto from their husband when it comes to custody. Okay. All right. I get it. He says once you are different or overly edgy, that means rude, by the way. That means blunt, edgy, blunt, rude people. Speak the truth. Let me just tell my truth. I don't care who I'm offending as long as I get to speak my truth. You are stereotyped. He says once you are different or overly edgy, you are stereotyped and it doesn't matter if you did it or didn't. In my opinion, he's riding a lot of support over the past 48 hours. But you know how the human brain works, right? He's probably only focused on the one that anytime they hold him accountable, he's more focused on that. The one that feels negative to him is probably all he's focused on, right? I just want you to be aware that's how the human brain works. When you look at a ton of comments and all these people say, oh, great job, blah, blah, blah. That one that says your mouth look like you don't have home training, that's the one you focus on. It's just the way the human brain works, okay? He says silence is only golden when it's a man. Hey, full chest, man. It's 24 hours. By the way, silence is golden for everybody. There's more strength in silence than you can imagine, okay? It's 24 hours and let me just tell it as it is. I have not seen my kids and they have been flown out of the country since June. Okay. Like I was saying yesterday, I think she meant you can see them on video call, FaceTime, or YouTube, or TikTok, right? And it's sad that that's the case because if you're going to take babies out of the country, out of the nation, it's honorable, it's noble to let the parent know, okay? The other legal parent, let them know, okay? I don't think it will hurt anything. If you're doing because she said that slight bully thing and she's trying to stand up against bully, that gave her away too. She was being mean. She was being wicked, okay? But again, all of this is reactions. All of it is all reactions. So there's only so much you can go when it comes to judging, okay? This is the hardest thing to bear, but I won't fight here anymore. Oh, this system failed me. This is one of the saddest days of my life. I keep seeing things happen to some people, but I never thought it would be me. It's time to take a different dimension. All right. And then he posted this. I think he might have deleted this. I haven't seen this. Okay. It says, be quiet. Take it off social media. He's basically quoting people that said, take it off social media. Baba, it is still true. Okay. And the one part of the work you're trying to avoid is what you're still going to need. I said that yesterday, right? Patience and your negotiation skills. Okay? If you don't have it, there's only so much the courts can help you. Anywhere in the world. Especially if it's westernized. Like Ikoyi, like Lekki, like Abuja. Even like Enugu and Akure. Baba, there's court systems in Akure, okay? They will drag you with the. Anyway. This heart that God sees when it stops, is stopped and be remembered that I fought. Alright, so this is the part where it's becoming disrespectful. This is not a Mohbad situation. Okay? It is disrespectful to insinuate that in any way. Okay? A lot of people are dealing with relationships traumas, custody battles. People are struggling with relationships. What they need is skills. They need to manage their pride, they need to manage their expectations, and they need to acquire skills. Those three things, that's what they need to do. Okay. I want to say a huge thank you to you all that gave your heart. Your voice is thanking us and love to share my pain. Listen, you have no idea how much this took from me. I have a very good idea, okay? But I probably don't have 100% of the idea, but I have a very good idea, okay? It hurts, right? That's why there's growth in it. That's why it's called growing pain. You're going to learn something new, maybe for the first time in your life. You're going to learn something new. When you're confused, it's time to learn something new. It's not time to para on internet, okay? Because the internet will troll you directly and indirectly, especially those ones that claim to be helping you. They will troll you. It's called media for a reason. It's not really a person. It's millions of monitoring spirits, okay? I'll be strong. And for those who didn't understand my pain, thank you too. Listen, he doesn't think people understand his pain. They do, okay? In fact, the support, the one that says, Baba, get off the internet, they understand. In fact, sometimes they can see clearer than you because you are the one inside of the pain, right? They try to tell you, calm down. Patience is still the key, right? It's time to move ahead and take the necessary action. Yeah, please do that. All right. So that was that with DO2DTUN. That's the up-to-date, I just think there's a lot of lessons in it for all of us, There's nothing special about DO2DTUN and Taiwo's story. They're not snowflakes. It's not exactly a unique story, okay? It's not a unique story at all, But let's move on to the next story here. All right, pardon me. Let me come to the chat really quickly. Hey, D-Love, how far? Welcome. Let me just do some chats really quickly before I move on to the next story. As a matter of fact, let's see. I'm trying to trace my steps back. Welcome, Jerry, my sister. Chinye says, I can see that through his actions on social media. Now they are making each other look bad. Yeah. The clouds will get in your head too. He does have some clouds. The guy has, all by himself, he has 1 million monitoring spirits. Check this out. All by himself, he has 1 million monitoring spirits. Check it out. See? So that just gets in your head. If you know that when you say, somebody is going to say, even if it's just want the like button, it gets in your head, right? Because it gives you dopamine shot. Some of them will agree, some of them will push against you. The one that push against you become content, right? So that probably got in his head, it's what it is. And even, Taiwo by herself has, let me see, she has 8,700 monitoring spirits. She only has the post of the stuff that she's put up, right? If you look at this one here, let's see. Yep, so that's all she has up there. So she was probably getting some hype from that too. People, maybe she turned off the comment. Maybe it's just public statement. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Baiting the provocative act. They need to take the kids out of their aggressive gaslighting. Oh, you're talking about the word I was trying to read. Anyway, this type of healing will take a long process, especially being that she stated that she can never heal from his hurt, which is a wrong thing to say. No, she said, I might have missed that part. Maybe I didn't pick it up, because sometimes I'm reading too fast. But she said, as for me, I am healed. That's what I remember she said. And I said, Auntie, nah.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, not so quick. Nah. You're putting out word in the universe that you will never be healed. She need to reverse that statement. No, she says she's healed. As for her, she's healed. Did I miss that part? And believe in her heart that she can truly heal and do. I think that's what I read. The work, not shall I to contradict what you said before. Maybe both of them are hurting. It's sad for the kids. Yeah. But these are adults. Of course it hurts. right? When you find yourself inside of a pressure cooker, won't it hurt? It will hurt now, of course, right? Do you get stuck inside of it or you find your way out? You find your way out. That's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. Chinye said, Doctor's an idiot. You're putting your ex-wife address on social media knowing good and well that the children live at that address. You know, it doesn't make any logical sense. The only sense it makes is emotional sense. Right? It sounds like that person was moved by their emotions. And that's never a good move. Not when family matters are involved, your children are involved, ex that's hurt from your past is involved, right? It doesn't matter if she's lying or not. Bottom line is that she's attached to you and she can drag you just like as much as you can drag her, right? So at some point, whoever wants to claim the leader first should rise up and do the needful, right? So what is this? What is this auntie claiming that the bands did to DO2DTUN to be in support? Oh, dude is moving reckless out in the street, and as he's trying to gain sympathy from the public, we can see right through his ass. I can, okay? And I say that, and I try to be nice with that because, again, I don't think they hear it when you come off too hard, especially men. Men don't like confrontation, so they have a hard time really comprehending things if they feel attacked. Okay? Well, that's most people, even men, right now. This 2023 men, they feel attacked when you're trying to tell them something. Like, for example, take you to the barbershop. Make sure there's no lady barber in the room so that we can help you. So that you won't feel like anybody is watching or why you throwing me under the bus in front of the women. We can talk to you, right? But no, they want to bring it to the internet. Not only that, he wants to rally support from other ladies so that it can look like, you know, these are women too that says that, like, bad move. It's not going to work. Will it work? Yep, these are all manipulative and controlling behavior that I'm noticing personally. I can see it, okay? All right. That's what I'm just hearing from MOP based on his ex-wife's response. Yeah, she said, as for me, I'm healed. That's what I read, that I remember. Yes, he's supposed to know. No, don't take another dimension. Stay on social media and be yoni okpata. Oh, God, this Mohbad has suffered in people's hand. Yeah, justice for anybody who is now crying. We should just justice for, like, nah, bro. Go back home. Take off your family. Go back home. Go sort your issues out at home. It's never a good idea to jump out in this street. The closest thing that is a good idea is if you're selling books like Jada. That's the closest thing to it. If you're not selling books, how about you collect? It's really sad, but they'll pull through it. They borrow each other's sense and eventually stop trying to hurt each other. I'm sure people are trying to talk some sense into them. I think Daddy Freeze tried it best what I saw trying to talk to him, and I think Daddy Freeze knew his temperament. Daddy Freeze was insinuating his temperament on that call. He was saying, we know each other. He was saying in one way. He tried to calm him down. Said, "Baba, I can hear in his voice. He's somebody who doesn't listen." Okay. And he found his mate, and that's Taiwo. He found his mate. That one is a quiet, lethal one. It's a quiet, lethal weapon, right? Like, I'm just going to be quiet. I only have 8,000 monetary spirits. I say shoki, and I will still seize your children from you. Is it right? No, it is wrong. It's wrong. But those are the cards you're dealt. What are you going to do about it? Right? She said that's a lot. She did say she was healed in her text that you read today, but the first statement she put out previously when she mentioned all the yes. Today she was saying, as for me, I'm healed. But if you're healed, one of the things is one of the signs of that is you might have scars, but you start on a clean slate. Not for the other person, for you. You start on a clean slate. You will have a hard time bringing anything else that looks like it up again. You will have a hard time, but you will see scars. That means you don't forget. You know you've been through something, right? But if you are all loud about it, that's an open wound. It needs to be sorted out, okay? And If it's not sorted out, your children will be the ones to suffer the most. Because you're an adult, I can't tell you what to heal or not, but your children will suffer from it. Okay. Those family dynamics can be tricky. Better marry someone who has self-differentiated from their parents. Yeah, it doesn't sound to me like that's the issue. Like any family you enter will have this dynamic. Okay, I have personal if you haven't read my book, go read the book. Our book. I have personal experiences with what it's talking about. You will enter zones where it just seems like they gang up against you. Okay. The real answer is that if you find yourself in that space, what are you gonna do? What will you remember? You'll be a human being. You will react, but if you're aware, your reaction won't be as damaging, right? So, as opposed to, oh, there's a family somewhere where they won't gang up against you if I end up in the poto. It doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. The only thing it might be different. It might look different, meaning to come from a blind spot, right? But it's the same thing. That's why this comes down to skills, right? Yeah, anyway, I just wanted to make sure I cover those before we move on forward to the next story, all right?